Yellowstone fans, get ready to saddle up for the most intense chapter of the Dutton family saga yet. Imagine the chaos of World War II shaking the very foundation of their Montana ranch, with the women stepping up to lead and the men shipped off to fight. Will they survive the turmoil? Will they reclaim their land? Buckle up, because Yellowstone 1944 is coming, and it's going to be a wild ride. Don't miss this deep dive into the untold story of the Duttons during one of history's most turbulent times. Yellowstone fans, the Dutton family saga is about to take you on an epic journey back to the 1940s, where World War II will shake the very foundation of their Montana ranch. Imagine the Dutton women stepping up to lead as the men are shipped off to war, leaving the ranch hanging by a thread. Will they survive the chaos of a world at war? Will they finally reclaim their land? Or will the stakes be higher than ever before? Buckle up, because Yellowstone 1944 is coming, and it's going to be the most intense chapter of the Dutton legacy yet. This brand new prequel will take us even deeper into the Dutton family's history during one of the most chaotic periods in history, World War II. While almost no details have been released yet, the title alone gives us a big clue about where and when the story takes place. The Duttons are sure to feel the impact of the war, even in Montana. Just as previous prequels heightened the tension with events like the Great Depression and Prohibition, this new chapter will raise the stakes with the backdrop of a world at war. Picture this: the war shakes the Duttons to their core. Some family members could be shipped off to fight in the biggest battles of history, leaving the ranch vulnerable and under tremendous pressure. If the men are gone, the women of the Dutton family might have to take charge, making this the most female-driven chapter of the saga yet. Imagine the Dutton women stepping into leadership roles to protect the ranch, even as everything around them falls apart. In the previous prequel, the Dutton family was already struggling to keep their land, with ruthless businessman Donald Whitfield still holding their mortgage. Fast forward a couple of decades, and those financial troubles likely haven't disappeared. Will this new series finally resolve that storyline? Will the Duttons reclaim their ranch? Or will they face even bigger challenges with a war looming over them? It wouldn't be Yellowstone if things weren't intense. Imagine the pressure of keeping the ranch afloat during tough economic times while also dealing with the possibility of the government requisitioning land and resources for the war effort. Could we see the military stepping in, taking over land, or demanding supplies from the ranch? And if that happens, how will the Duttons react? The stakes have never been higher. Casting details are still a mystery, but fans can't help but speculate. Which familiar faces from the previous prequel might make an appearance? Could we see the return of Spencer Dutton and his wife, Alexandra? If so, they'll be much older now, and their storylines could take on a whole new twist. What about Jack Dutton and Elizabeth Strafford? If they're still around, they're bound to be central figures in this new chapter of the family saga. And let's not forget Tiana Rainwater, who survived horrific events in the previous prequel. Given that the Rainwater family eventually leads the Broken Rock Reservation in the Yellowstone timeline, her story could absolutely carry over into this new series. Seeing how her character evolves could be one of the most exciting parts of the new show. Of course, a new Yellowstone prequel wouldn't be complete without fresh faces. Just as the previous prequel brought in heavy hitters like Harrison Ford and Helen Mirren, this new series is expected to introduce some major Hollywood talent. Who could be joining the cast? We'll have to wait and see, but the buzz has fans on the edge of their seats. If you thought the Dutton family had it tough before, this new series might take things to the next level. The Duttons will be facing serious challenges during World War II. Will some of them be drafted into the military? If that happens, they could find themselves in some of the most pivotal battles of the war. Meanwhile, those back home in Montana will have to fend for themselves as the world seems to be falling apart around them. That could lead to some serious family conflicts. Will there be arguments over who gets to stay and who has to go fight? Will the younger generations step up? Or will the pressure of war split the family apart? One thing is certain. This new chapter is shaping up to be one of the most intense and dramatic in the Dutton saga yet. The new series was officially announced in late 2023, but production has hit some serious roadblocks due to ongoing strikes in Hollywood. Don't expect it to premiere before 2026.